Today we're going to talk about how the Helsinki police lied about Extinction Rebellion and painted them as much more of a threat than they actually are. And I think that's a really big problem with the police doing something like that. So let's jump into it then, shall we? Helsinki police admit failure in assessing elokapina security threat. Elokapina is Extinction Rebellion. Police backpedaled after the president and minister disputed their account of the protest. Helsinki police have admitted that they failed to correctly assess the security threat posed by the elokapina climate demonstration at the government palace on Friday, and that there were failures in their communication about the event. An interesting way of putting it. The deputy commissioner of the Helsinki police, Heikki Kopperoinen, told Yle on Sunday that the police view of the situation differed from that of the Council of State's Emergency Preparedness Unit on Friday afternoon. Quote, police officers working outside made their own observations, and the people inside the palace have made their own. Misunderstandings must have arisen when information was exchanged or the situation was assessed to a different degree, Kopperoinen said. He said that the police now have a clearer picture of the security situation. Quote, everything was peaceful inside the palace and there was no concrete threat, conceded Kopperoinen. Police detained 52 people during the demonstration. The statement came after top officials disputed a police account of events surrounding the protest. Members of elokapina, the Finnish branch of the Extinction Rebellion, staged a sit-in outside the building on Helsinki's Senate Square. They requested an opportunity to discuss their call for a climate emergency with Finance Minister Annika Saarikko. The NGO has been carrying out a rolling series of protests since the beginning of October in Finland. On Saturday evening, police issued a statement saying that the security had deteriorated to such a degree that the president, ministers, and other officials were told to leave the building through alternative routes. However, President Sauli Niinistö, Education Minister Li Andersson, and Saarikko staff all quickly denied the report, saying they had left the building normally after a meeting of the Council of State. Niinistö's office said that his regular meeting with the Ministerial Committee on Foreign and Security Policy, known as UTVA, Woo! Nemi, thank you for the subby. Yo, thank you very much for supporting the channel. It does mean a lot to me. Thank you for the sub. Thank you. Let's keep plugging along with the video. According to Yle's sources, the venue had already been decided before the start of the Friday's demonstration, which was not announced. So yeah, they basically lied, and they're saying, it was miscommunication, it was misunderstanding because we had two different groups working. So we had people outside the building and they made their own assessment, and people inside the building and they made their own assessment, and it was just miscommunication. And it's like, was it though? And that's like, how can we know that that's the case? You know, how do we know that that's the truth? Because we only have their word on it. And it would definitely seem that it is in the police's interest to paint elokapina, or the Extinction Rebellion, as more dangerous than it actually is, so that they can manufacture consent on using more violent measures to detain them. Because as you remember, about a year ago, Extinction Rebellion had another protest in Helsinki where they were pepper sprayed by the police, and there was huge backlash against it because it was overshooting like crazy, because they were just sitting there and then they were just being pepper sprayed, and that was like just way too much force used considering the situation. So them doing this is very suspicious, especially since I would like to bring in another exhibit. Let me just find it real quick on my Twitter, and you should follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/funwithfondue. So here we have Komisario Jarmo Heinonen from the Helsinki police. He was on T-Studio. What is T-Studio, you might ask? Well, it is a far-right platform on something called TokenTube. And he was there talking about how the police should be able to, if there are no other options, the police should be able to pepper spray the Extinction Rebellion. And that's not a great look. So this was before what happened over the weekend, where the police were like, yeah, they were dangerous, so we had to do things. And they were like, no, that wasn't true. And they were like, oops. This was on Friday. This came up. Now let's dig a little deeper on this whole T-Studio, because you're like, okay, what's this T-Studio thing? Like, who cares? Well, T-Studio is run by Juha Korhonen, who is the founder of Valetoimittajaliitto, which is like a fake journalist union. It's not called that, I believe, but essentially it's like just like they use it so they can get into events as press, even though they are not press. And this person who has founded this has links to Russia and the Kremlin? What is it called in English? Kremlin? Kremlin. Anyway, pro-Russia groups that are trying to sow miscontent in Finland. So it's like, So the police goes on this type of platform, and people might say like, well, he's just a civilian. He can go on any platform that he wants. True, this is true. However, I would like for you to note that when Jarmo Heinonen went on the show, he did not go dressed as a civilian. He went dressed as the commissary, I'm not sure how that translates into English, of the Helsinki police. He's representing the police visibly here. He's speaking as the police. So him being here is not some kind of accident. So it feels very suspicious that this all happens over one weekend, and that's why I'm very mistrustful of what the police is saying about this. That's why what the police is saying here doesn't quite add up in my books. And I have said this many times, and I will say it again, the police are in a unique position of power in our societies, and as such, they need to be held to a higher level of accountability because of their heightened position of power. And this accountability needs to come from the outside. It needs to be third party. It cannot be the police themselves. They can't themselves just investigate themselves and be like, oh, we didn't find anything. No, we need to have outside third parties that are unbiased, in the case towards the police, looking into these things. Anyway, if you made it to this part of the video, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and do let me know that you got all the way here. I record these segments every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/funwithfondue at 5 p.m. Central European time. Coming out with us. You should also like and subscribe. You know, that'll help the video spread to more people, and that'd be awesome. And check out some videos over here. There's some other videos over there that you can watch of mine if you like this content. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.